Hi everyone, super excited to be live with you guys for my big announcement. Just going to take a moment because I know it's going to take a little while for everyone to arrive. So just going to take a moment and just make sure that you guys are all able to join us. So I'm just checking that everything is working on my end. Awesome. Welcome to anyone who is joining us. I'm super excited to share with you my big announcement for today, which is going to be very, very exciting for all of you who are wanting to be able to know how to grow your business and accelerate the growth of your business during this time, even though it's such a tough time economically. I'm going to show you how to do that. So we're going to talk a bit about that today and like the opportunities that I've got coming up, which are going to help you with that. So there's more to be revealed. So welcome to everyone that's just joining us. But before we get stuck in, I really want to just say hi to everyone that's joining us. So one of the things that would be really awesome would be if you would just let StreamYard see your name. So they need you to go to streamyard.com/Facebook. Just give StreamYard permission to see your name, because I'm streaming live onto Facebook and into YouTube and wherever you're joining me from. I'm streaming live, and so it would be so good to be able to actually see your name, because I want this to be an interactive session as well. Yes, I have a big announcement to make, but I also want to make sure that I'm interacting with you guys too. And yeah, just saying hi to you. So welcome. Hi, Joel. Good to see you here. I've got a couple of Facebook, that's a new one, Facebook users. Tora, hi Tora, good to see you here. Patricia, welcome. So nice to see a lot of my students here, which is amazing. Hi to you guys. If anyone else is joining us, just say hi. Let me know that you're here. Where are you joining from? How are you doing today? Let me know how things are going. I really also wanted to say that, in around the world, there are different kind of levels of restrictions going on with lockdowns. And if any of you have been in kind of a lockdown area like I am, and you've been kind of feeling a bit of a pressure or a sort of pressure cooker rising, a bit of an intensity with it, you're not alone. Just know that that is kind of what we're seeing happening. I'm a little bit woo-woo, so my partner is an astrologer, and he has been also telling me that the astrology is also kind of partly responsible for this little bit of intensity that is happening right now. But equally so, you just got to give yourself a bit of a break. Third lockdown for us in the UK. If you're in your own version of lockdowns wherever you are in the world, if you're in the States, I know there's lockdowns in different states, not across the whole of the US, but it varies. But just give yourself a bit of a break. This is not an easy time. That said, it doesn't have to be a difficult time when it comes to your business. So I want to just try and help with at least one area. I can't do anything about the lockdowns. Can't do anything about that. But what I can do is just give you a bit of support around how to manage your mindset, and also, how to make sure that your business isn't suffering, and that actually your business is growing and thriving during this time. So welcome to everyone who's joining us. Welcome, Christy. Good to see you again, Christy. Welcome, Anne. Good to see you, Anne. I know there's a lot more people. Just say hi if you're joining us as well. Kamalini, hey, good to see you. Kamalini's joining us from India. And yeah, you guys are awesome about astrology as well. I know there's lots of different types of astrology, but yeah, you're probably on board with me around the whole astrology thing, I think. Welcome. And I know that there's another Facebook user who's just said hi, and I can't see your name, but if you go to StreamYard, give them permission, and I can say hi to you as well. That'd be awesome. Welcome, Jackie. Hi, Jackie. Good to see you. Hi, Sandra. Fantastic. Good to see everyone arriving. Awesome. So I'm going to dive in, and I'm going to make this big announcement. So you are going to hear what that's about. But I'm going to dive in and just tell you a little bit of a story, and just share kind of something that might be of interest to you. So when I started out as an entrepreneur, God, going back to I was 28. I'm now 44. So it feels like it was, a long time ago, a century ago. I was 28. And, I really didn't have much of a business plan. I just knew I was going to start my counseling practice. I couldn't get a job as a counselor. So, I just seemed to have to start a business. That seems to be the way to do it. I was living in Ireland, and there were more cows where I was living than people. And that is honest to God's truth. And at this time of year, the cows will be dancing. Like literally March time of year, I'd look out of my house, and I'm not kidding you, there were fields of cows, and these beautiful cows would be like happy as Larry because spring is here. And I just see them like literally they kind of danced, they hopped like this across the field, and they would all go together. So like the whole herd of cows would all just go together. The most amazing, beautiful thing to watch. But that's just to give you an indication of the fact that there were a lot of cows and not so many people. So starting a business in that environment where I was in rural Ireland, near to the beach, with lots of cows around, not many people, and let's add to that, it was 2008, one of the biggest recessions in Ireland that I think Ireland's ever gone through. We'd had the Celtic Tiger and then hit by the mother of all recessions. So I'm there starting my business, biggest recession ever going on in Ireland. Lots of people in negative equity in their homes, lots of people out of work. A lot of people, we even had, there was some stealing going on as well, because people were literally that poor. They were stealing coal, stealing oil out of people's oil tanks, because they were like literally that badly hit by this economy. So the reason I'm telling you this story and going back was because I started my business, and I didn't really think, this is a terrible time to be starting a business. I just started, well, I want to start my business. This is what I want to do. I want to be a counselor. I want to help people and counsel them. And so I started the business, and honestly, I was fully booked in 6 months. I had, tons of clients, fully booked in 6 months. Within maybe a year, I had taken my prices to the same price as what my supervisor was charging. So I was charging the same amount as she was, and she'd been doing it for 20 years. Just to give you a bit of indication, it's still very cheap though, because counselling isn't paid very well in the UK or Ireland. It's a little different in other countries, US, but in the UK and Ireland, it's not paid terribly well at all. But let me just take you through, because pretty much through my entire time being fully booked with clients, the best amount that I made from my business as a counsellor was really turning over probably in the region of, I would say, about 35,000 euros, which it is really kind of a similar amount in sterling, and in dollars, that's around $40,000, $45,000 or so now. So just to give you an idea, and that was completely flat out fully booked. And one of the reasons why I couldn't really go any higher than that was because I was fully booked with clients. I had no more time. So I had no more time to offer, but basically I hit my ceiling. I was making the most I could charge. I couldn't really increase my charges from there, because the sort of market price point for counseling, I was at the top. I was at 70 euros an hour, which was the top of what people were charging in my field. Now, obviously, if I'd known then what I know now, I would have been able to increase my prices. So, I definitely would have been able to increase my prices. But I wanted to give you a feel of why it was that actually it took me 9 years to make 6 figures in my business. Because I stayed at that level of, the 35,000 euro, the $45,000. I just stayed there for pretty much my entire counseling psychotherapy career. It didn't matter how many years experience I'd gained, how many more stressful people's experiences were that I was working with, how much more therapy I'd done in terms of trainings or anything, or more qualified that I become. It was literally the same earnings from the business all the way along. And of course, with therapy, there's a lot of costs. So you don't keep all of that. So I was actually making less, taking home less than I did really as a secretary, working during my time when I was studying. I was making less than I did as a secretary. And so I'm sharing that because I didn't know how to break through my income ceiling. And in fact, I started a second business before I started Client Nectar, with a view to trying to see how can I change this, because I wasn't going to be able to have a pension. I wasn't going to be able to get a mortgage. I wasn't going to be able to do the things that I knew I wanted to do. And I felt that were important for my, my financial well-being and also for my happiness on that income. But it took me 9 years to actually make six figures, to change, to break through that income ceiling. So why am I sharing that story with you? And I'm just going to ask you guys, why do you think? Why do you think I'm sharing this story with you? What is the learning here? You know, I spent 8 years, let's say, at that point, you know, where I was stuck at a particular income ceiling, working really hard, you know, not being able to take holidays before I broke through. So the reason why I'm telling you that is to do with my big announcement, right? Because with Client Nectar, you know, I've told this story before. My first year with Client Nectar, I made six figures. And then in my second year, I doubled that. And in my third year, I was on track to make $500,000. And, you know, I've just kept growing the business and growing the business every year. Okay. What made the key difference to me being able to actually do that? Well, I realized that I needed business mentors. So I got 3. My first year in business with Client Nectar, I had 3 business mentors. And by year 2.5, I think I'd figured out what the formula was to keep adding 6 figures to my business every year. And by year 3, I taught several of my mastermind students how to take their business to 6 figures. I did that. I helped many of them to do that in year 3 of my Client Nectar business. So I'm sharing this with you because I want you to know that wherever you're at in that stage of business, if you're at the same stage that I was at, or if you're maybe earlier on to that, or maybe you're a little bit ahead, I want you to know that there is a pathway to get to the 6 figures or to get to the multiple 6 figures. There is a pathway that you can literally follow, a blueprint you can follow to be able to get to that point. Does that sound good to you guys? And I love that Patricia has said, because you did not have a course. Yeah, you're already thinking you need to leverage your time. Yeah, good job, Patricia. You're on it. You're on it about the way to break through that income ceiling. I love it. So yeah, so let me know. Does this sound good to you guys? The idea that there is a pathway to take your business to that next level. You know, whether that, you know, personally, most of my clients, the next level for them is usually that they want to take it to 6 figures. For like a lot of my kind of newer entrepreneurs, that's usually where they're wanting to go. Some of my other entrepreneurs I work with, it's kind of multiple 6 figures. That's what they're wanting to do. So awesome. Joel is saying yes. Clena's saying yes. Sandra's saying yes. Christy is saying yes. Awesome. So it sounds good to you to know that there's a pathway. Oh, it sounds good to me too. So I've been teaching that pathway in my mastermind program, or, you know, when I was running my mastermind program before, I was teaching that pathway, and that's how I helped several entrepreneurs to make 6 figures. And what I really decided just not very long ago was that I want to teach that pathway, but I want to teach it in a format which is really accessible to people, where you can just grasp it. You know, I mean, you guys that know me know that that's what I like to do. I want to make it simple and easy to grasp. And so what I'm doing is, and this is my big announcement, is that I'm actually hosting a 3-day event. It's going to be my first ever 3-day event of this type. I've not done one of these before, but it's a 3-day event where you're going to get that deep learning about exactly what you need to do, exactly what that blueprint is to be able to take your business to 6 figures and beyond. So you're going to learn every single element. We're going to sort of dive into each element that you need in place in order to take your business to 6 figures and beyond over the 3 days. So by the end of the 3 days, and you guys that know me, you know I love my formulas, I love my blueprints. By the end of the 3 days, you're going to have that blueprint. So instead of it being like, how do I do this? You know, instead of it being something where you feel overwhelmed by your to-do list and you're just like, how does this, I'm working so hard, but I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere. Instead of that, you're going to have a clear process to follow, and you can just go, okay, these are the steps I need to follow to keep growing and accelerating my business during this time of huge change in this kind of strange economic world right now. But this is the plan to follow that is going to mean that none of that economic stuff matters. This is exactly what I need to do to be able to grow my business. Does that sound like good? You know, just give me a hell yes if you like the sound of this 3-day event. I've called it my Accelerate Your Impact and Income event, because at the heart of everything that, you know, we do has got to be about the difference we want to make in the world, right? I mean, you've heard me talk about this before. at the heart of everything you do has always got to be, why are you doing it? What is the reason that you're doing it? Why do you want to share this? And the reason why I'm sharing this is because, for the past year, I've been all about showing my clients that irrespective of what's going on, you can still make a livelihood from your business, irrespective of what's happening out there. And what I found was that in the last year, I think 10x'd my client numbers. I mean, crazily changed my client numbers. I have over 200 plus clients in the last year, again, just since lockdown. And I've doubled my revenue during that time as well. And I just want to show you through this 3-day event how to do that process, because I obviously have done this, taking my business 6 figures, that's simple, right? But I want to show you also through these 3 days how to make this work during this environment right now, what you need to make it work. Awesome. So I'm getting quite a few hell yeses. Joel is saying awesome. Christy is saying hell yes. Patricia is saying hell yes. Sandra is saying sounds good. And Jackie is saying sounds good. Awesome. I'm so delighted that you love the sound of this. So I want to just show you a little bit about this 3-day event, and then I'm going to tell you a bit about how you can get onto our priority notifications list, because we're not going live with the tickets just yet. What we want to do is to get you on board the priority notifications list so that you'll be the first to hear when we do go live with the tickets. So I'm gonna, awesome. Cleaner's saying defo. Jackie's saying sounds good. Awesome. So I'm just going to share my screen to show you a bit about this. So this is a sneaky peek before. No one else has seen this by the guys apart from my team. So you guys are the first. So I want to just give you guys a props for turning up for the big announcement. I'm really I'm really grateful to all of you guys for being here. And just want to say, you're getting the first peek at this and the first chance to sign up for the priority notifications list. So let me just share my screen and alrighty. Okay. Perfect. I love it when it comes up like this. This is so awesome. So I hope you love the graphics that we came up with. That's my beautiful graphic designer, and who is called Stephen here. I'm just going to take off the banner I've got. There we go. That looks better. So yeah, it's your Accelerate Your Impact and Your Income 3-day event, and it's happening on the 20th of April to the 22nd of April. It is called the Accelerate Your Impact and Income 3-day event. It is also discover how you can take your business 6 figures and beyond in 2021. So super exciting. So when you come on to the page for this amazing event, it is virtual. It is happening virtually, so you can join from anywhere. You're not restricted on that front. There's no, obviously we have lockdown still, so that we couldn't travel even if we wanted to. But because it's virtual, you guys can access it from where you are, from the comfort of your home. And I'm going to make it super fun so that you're not going to feel like you're on Zoom, because I think all of us have had enough Zoom time. It's going to be there's going to be a lot of interactivity. There's going to be a lot of music, a bit of dancing, as well as a lot of great learning and valuable training. So it's going to be really fun. You're going to get a lot out of it. And, it's going to be, I'm going to get you moving, not just sitting there. So you're not going to feel like, oh my goodness, I'm on Zoom for hours. It's not going to feel like that at all. So there's a ton of things that you're going to get out of this event. I just wanted to give you a bit of an overview. But of course, the most important thing is you're going to learn how to massively grow your business and your clients during this time, and at the same time make that big difference in the world. Because, at the end of the day, no amount of money is going to make you happy if you haven't got the fulfillment as well. So we want to do both. You're going to learn how to consistently attract high-paying clients to your business as well. So that you can get to do the work that you love and make a great living at the same time. You're going to learn about leveraging your time by launching group programs. So Patricia was on it already. Well done, Patricia. Yep, this is one of the ways you can reach 6 figures just with a one-to-one program. And being all honest to you, in my first year in business, I reached 6 figures with a one-to-one program. Okay, so just working one-to-one, that was mainly what brought me up to the 6 figures. So you can do it one-to-one. So I don't want people to feel like you have to launch a group program. You don't. But what I typically find is that when people are doing a lot of one-to-one, they don't have enough time to work on their business because they're so caught up with the delivery every day. So actually, by leveraging your time, it frees up more time to be able to actually grow your business more. So that is why we're going to talk about leveraging your time through webinars. We're going to talk about leveraging your time through the group program, and then also I just drop straight into it, leveraging your selling and your marketing through webinars. This is about changing your marketing from being one-to-one to being one-to-many, and going deeper with people beyond what you can do through your content that you're sharing. We want to take them into that deeper experience of getting to know you and getting to know how you can help them solve their problems, so that when they come onto a call with you, they're really ready to buy. And that's what webinars are offering you. So we're going to look at how you can use webinars in order to do that. We're going to talk about maximizing your sales, because again, if you can't sell, all the rest of it falls apart, right? So we're going to talk about my special tips. And these are all about authentic selling approaches. What has helped me to be able to sell, $1,500 worth of 15, what is it? It's 1.5 million. Let's get it right. $1.5 million worth of coaching programs over the last 6 years. And I am not someone who's a salesperson. I can tell you that completely, 100% honestly. I am not naturally a salesperson at all. I never was comfortable with selling. It just never was my forte. But you don't need to be, because I will show you how to be you and how to sell, because you're just finding people who are a great match for what you're offering. And when you get that good match, it's like they're so relieved to have met you. Some of my clients, you'll know this, they're so relieved that they've met you because suddenly they have the answer to their problems. So, we talk about that authentic selling, where really you're just offering an offer that is just really irresistible to the people that are needing it. And then we're going to talk about the big kind of key elements that I see blocking a lot of people from getting 6 figures. And again, I'm just going to come to your comments, because I would love to get your feedback on this. One of the things, time and time again, like with my students, the thing I see that stops them from taking their business forwards and growing it to 6 figures, or even just growing it full stop, is that they get overwhelmed by their to-do list. And so they procrastinate because they're too overwhelmed, and they don't know how to plan and structure their time, and they don't know how to prioritize the tasks into the things that are actually going to lead to the growth, rather than all the other things that are nice but are not actually so important. And so we're going to talk about that, because again, you get that right, you get that sorted, that's like the fundamental, it's like the basis for everything else. You've got to get your house in order. It's like that. There's wonderful organizational programs. I don't know if you watch any of them, like where the woman goes in and she organizes the house. I love all of those programs. I'm like a neat freak when it comes to like organization. I'm not actually that neat at my own home, but I like things organized. And this is kind of what you have to learn to do for yourself, because no one is going to do it for you. So if you want to build a successful business, you have to organize your time. You have to work out what is the most important thing for me to spending my time on today that is going to lead to the sales that I want tomorrow. Okay, so we're going to talk about my kind of how to do that, so that you're not kind of there stressing about how much you have on your to-do list. We're going to talk about how you can actually start very simple things that you can do, activities you can do that will start to get you more organized, get you more structured, and start leading you to achieve those goals with a lot less stress. And then finally, if it wasn't enough, all the other things that we're covering, we're also going to talk about how to become unstoppable by opening up to your empowered entrepreneur within you, because mindset is so key as well. Especially with what's been going on lately with the impacts of the pandemic. A lot of people have got family members who might not be well. They've got different things going on. There might be stresses in their family. People kind of going through anxiety and stuff. That I've noticed there's problems in my own family that I was dealing with the weekend. And it's stressful. And it, like, in all honesty, like, my focus was shot to bits. I'm just going to be completely honest. The last couple of weeks, I've had some really tough times. Genuinely, probably my toughest times out of this entire period. And my focus just completely got shot. But there are ways of getting your focus back, because it's absolutely essential to be able to do what you're here to do in the world, you have to get your focus back. You know, it's about you, you know, and it's about caring for yourself. And it's about recognizing that what you can control and what you can't, and sort of letting go of feeling responsible for the stuff you can't control. You know, and of course we're going to worry about family members, especially if someone's ill. We're going to worry about them. Of course we are. It's not to say that you don't care, that's not it. It's about working out how, when you come to sit down at your desk, you can be 100% committed to what you're doing when you're at your desk working. And then, you know, you can have the time that you need outside of that to do the bits you need to do to make sure the family's okay, etc. Okay, because otherwise you're no good to anyone if you're half here, half there. You know, and you know, if you're like me, you got to make the income. You're the breadwinner. You know, I have a team I have to pay. Like, if I don't make the money, then the team don't get paid. And it's like, you know, there's people relying on me. You might have a family and kids, you know. So we have to be 100% committed when we're at work. Okay. And it's like, how do you get your head back into that place to be focused to do that when there are a lot of other things going on in the world, and going on for you, you know? So we're going to talk about that as well, like the mindset that you need, you know, especially at this time. I'm so loving all these comments. So I'm on track with what I'm sharing. That's good. I'm pleased. We're getting a lot of loving hearts from everyone, which is great. And Valerie is saying, so true. Yeah, it's key. Mindset is everything right now. So we are getting a few questions about when is the event, what the dates are, what the times are. So the event is April 20th to the 22nd. So it's a 3-day event. The timings are there for, like, basically, if you're in the UK, you're going to be joining us from kind of midway through the afternoon through to evening. It'll be that timing for you. If you're in the US, it's going to be your morning to early afternoon. Okay, so depending on where you are, whether you're PT or ET or GMT, you know, that's going to be the difference in the timings. It's either going to be kind of morning for you if you're on PT, going into early afternoon, or early afternoon going into evening if you're in the UK. Because I really wanted to make it work for everyone in my audience. I didn't want it just to be like, you know, one time zone that then is the middle of the night for everyone else. So yeah, so I am hoping that you guys will still join us, even though you know, the timings are maybe little different, but it's still gonna, you know, I've done this before. I've been on events that are at this kind of timings as well, and it works super well. So you guys are gonna really enjoy it. Hey Rachel, good to see you. Awesome to have you here. Okay, so you're probably all like thinking to yourself, this sounds great. How do I get onto the priority notification list? So what this is about is basically just you saying, I would like to be notified when the tickets go live. And the reason why there's a little advantage here. There's a reason why you're going to want to get on the priority notification list, which I'm going to share with you in a moment. The reason why you want to get onto this list is because there is a very special free upgrade for the first 200 who purchase their tickets. Okay, and there are 4 different levels of tickets. There's a general level, VIP level, a platinum level, and a diamond level. And you know, the general level is amazing. You know, it's got a lot of different, you know, everything. It's have access to all the main sessions, and you know, everything that you need. But there are other levels in case you want the recordings, or if you want to have a private like group session with me, and you know, they have other benefits at the other levels as well. But essentially, if you join the priority notifications list, you'll be the first to know when tickets go on sale. And if you're one of the first 200 to buy, at whatever level it is, whether it's general level or VIP level or platinum or diamond, you will get a free upgrade. So there isn't an upgrade for diamond because obviously that's the top level. But if you general, VIP or platinum, you'll get a free upgrade to the level above, and that is worth $150 or more. Okay, so it's a really, really amazing opportunity for you guys. So that's why you want to join the priority notifications list, because you'll then be the first to know. So I'm just going to show you. You can click on it here, and it comes up with this box, which you fill in. You click get all ticket info here. And when you do that, and if I just put in my details so you see what I mean. And make sure you put in your phone number as well, and put in the country code, okay? And then click get all ticket info here. Oh, Let's see. Oh, it's probably because I put this in before. Let me do a different email address. There we go. Yeah, you can see I've tested it out before. Okay, and it's just going to our special reservations page. So then when you get to this page, you can literally reserve your tickets. So this is going to give you, once you'll be on our list from just putting in your details on the first page, but if you then reserve your tickets here and you put in your email and how many tickets you want, so let me just do this. And let's say I want 1 ticket. Then it will take you to the final page where basically you have reserved your tickets. And what that means is you will actually get notified 60 minutes ahead of everyone else. So we have our priority notifications list. And then if you reserve your ticket on top of that, you will get a 60 minutes head start on everyone else to be able to purchase your ticket, which means you're going to be in with the best chance then to be able to get that free upgrade. So I know that sounds kind of like a lot of steps, but it's really a lot simpler than it seems just then. Let me know if you've got any questions, right, guys? So I'm going to put up the banner on exactly how to join this list. So I've just put the banner up now. Okay, and I'm going to come off share. Alrighty. So to join a priority notifications list, and then just follow the steps through, it's clientnectar.com/accelerate-your-impact-and-income. And so I'm just going to see, Amanda, could you just pop that into the Facebook group, into the StreamYard group? That would be brilliant. If you just pop it in there, that would be brilliant, Amanda. And then everyone can just click the link from the Facebook comments, and they can just click onto it. And I'll just grab it as well and see. And usually you don't get those boxes. So those boxes that were coming up for me about the spam bot detection, you shouldn't be getting that. So it might have been just something that I did because I put in my email address a few times and tested the sequence. So usually you don't get that. That was just a kind of strange thing there that came up for me. All right, so Amanda's put it in. I've just put it in as well. So go ahead and join our priority notifications list. I am super excited to have you guys be the first to hear about the tickets. And also just so that you know, because if you're thinking, oh my God, is this going to be really expensive? It's going to cost me a lot. It's not. Our general ticket price is $47. Okay, so it's $47. It is, we try to keep it as low as possible. Normally, of course, if I was doing a 3-day event like this, I would be charging multiple thousands for it if it was live and in person. But I wanted to, as a virtual event, keep the ticket price as low as possible so that you guys can, there's no barrier, hopefully, to you guys being able to join. So it's just $47. If you're in the UK, it's plus VAT, but everywhere else there's no VAT. And that's for the general ticket price. And of course, it's a bit more expensive for the other levels. But if you just want to get the 3 days, you want to have all of the sessions, the main sessions for the 3 days, come on a general ticket. If you want recordings, then come on the next level, etc. Okay. So I'd love to get your thoughts. Does this sound like something that you're needing? Are you kind of excited about this? Do you have any questions you want to ask about the 3-day event? Just just post any questions you have, anything that you want to know about the event. Tell me if you're excited. I always need that feedback. I still need the reassurance to know if this sounds like a good event for you or not. I always want to know how you feel about that. So if I hit the spot with what I'm putting together, that's basically it. So yeah, awesome. Okay, so I mean, if I know some of my audience that have asked about timings, if you're in India, the timings are going to be like your evening time. So it could end up quite late for you guys. You know, maybe you'd be happy to stay up, like for, you know, they're 6-hour days, so we're not necessarily going to do like 10-hour days. We're not. It's going to be like 6 hours, probably 7 hours on the middle day, and then 6 hours on the final day. So, you know, for you guys, it would probably be your kind of late evening. You'd be going through into the early hours of the morning, but you know, that would be awesome to have you join. And if that doesn't work out, you can always buy in at the higher level or try and get one of the upgrades and then get the recordings. But of course, we prefer you to be here live. Yeah, Sandra is saying excited. Joel is saying I've done it. Awesome. Anne is saying sounds wonderful. I'd love to, but I'm not there yet. Say a bit more about that, Anne, because it's, you know, you don't have to be at the 6 figures to come along. The whole point of this 3 days is to help you have the road path for getting to that place. So wherever you are at, you are going to be able to learn what you need for your next stage for your business, that next level. And if you're kind of right at the beginning, you're still going to get an awful lot out of these 3 days. So even if you are more of a just starting up your business, you're still going to get a lot, because we're going to talk a bit about, you know, how to discover your niche as well. So we're going to talk a little bit about that and making sure that you have a clear and concrete message and a clear mission for what you're doing. So I haven't highlighted that because I can't say everything that we talk about over the 3 days, but obviously that's the key point. We will always start with that, making sure you're clear what your niche is and you know exactly what your why is. And so you have that sense of the clarity around your message that is going to really connect with your ideal clients. Yeah, Joel is saying I'm early doors as well. Awesome. Perfect. Yay, great. So people are signing up. That's awesome. For any of my existing clients, if you are one of our Client Nectar clients, you're going to get a free ticket, guys. So just want you to know that you'll be getting a free bonus ticket at the general ticket level. So you'll be able to join us for free for the 3 days, because it's my way of saying thank you for being one of our clients. Super awesome. Yeah, I love to see that you guys have hit it a few times. That's awesome. And the other thing that I really want to mention is that this event is fundraising for 2 very important charities. So we're raising money for Feeding Britain and Feeding America, which are 2 charities that help to get food to the most vulnerable people who are most affected by this pandemic, and also outside of the pandemic as well. So, you know, there's a lot of kids who haven't been getting meals whilst school has not been in session, because school is where they're getting, you know, where they get their hot meal each day, or they get their food each day, and the families can't afford it. So these are really important charities that we're raising money for, and all of the profits from ticket sales will be going to them. So that is my aim with this event, is to fundraise as much as possible and raise as much money for these charities as I can possibly do to really make a difference. So that is, you know, that is something as well, that you know that when you're going to come on this event, when you buy into any of the ticket levels, you know, a very large percentage of what you pay for the ticket is going to go straight into these charities. So it's going to be amazing to be able to do something to make a difference at this point. So to get that link, it's the priority notification link. Amanda, I'm just going to ask you to post it again. And of course, when you come to, and I'll just pop it as well. Let me see. There we go. So, you know, when you go onto that page, make sure you go through the different steps so that you're all the way through to getting a reservation, a ticket reservation, which would be awesome. That looks like a strange link that Amanda just posted there. Probably not quite what she was intending to post. Yeah, so Cleaner, even if you clicked, I know you might have clicked on the priority notifications list before. To be honest, as you're one of my students, you don't need to worry, because we've got you sorted with the bonus ticket. It's really, you know, it's really more for those who are not getting a bonus ticket. The other thing I should mention is that you will also get a 50% off sort of guest ticket for your business partner or friend that you want to bring along to the event. So when you purchase your main ticket, you will get the invitation to get a second ticket for 50% discount. So that way that you can bring a business partner or a friend with you and enjoy the event together. And please do share this link with your friends. Please, let your networks know, let your friends know about this event, and get them to join the priority notifications list as well, because that gives them the opportunity to be able to come along and enjoy the event with you. And of course, if you go through the process and the formula together, you're going to be more able to implement it together afterwards. So, the more people we can get to come to the event, the more we can fundraise as well for the charities. So from my standpoint, it's a real win-win. We want to make it a great community experience, and at the same time, we also want to raise a lot of money for charities. So, the more you can do to share this, the happier we will be, and the more money we'll raise for these incredible charities as well. Yeah, Terry is saying it's exciting. Awesome. Yeah. Fantastic. So we have some really exciting pre-event events. It sounds kind of odd. We do have these very exciting pre-event events that we're doing in the run-up to this 3-day event, because I want to get everyone into the mindset around how to accelerate your business and grow your business during this time. So, normally you guys are really familiar with me doing webinars. And I often will give you like a lot of created content, and I'll just share it and do webinars for you. But this time we're doing something a little different. And what I wanted to do instead, and what we have our first pre-event event happening this Thursday, so just on Thursday the 18th. It's going to be at 6 o'clock GMT, which we're actually not as distant in hours on PT and ET as we normally are because of the clocks going back. So that is actually 11 o'clock PT, or it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Let me just check I'm right. Yeah, I'm right. 2 o'clock ET and 6 p.m. GMT. I'm holding a Business Accelerator Q&A session. So you guys are all welcome to come. It's open to everyone, not just my students. So it's literally open to everyone. Come along and you can ask me any questions about how to grow your business. You can share anything that you've been struggling with, and I will give you some tips on how you can overcome that particular issue. So it's going to be quick fire on the questions. So I just want the idea is we just like get into the mood and get some really good ideas coming out. So it's going to be quick fire questions. It's not going to be like kind of real deep answers. It's going to be more like, ask a question, I'm going to get you a really good response straight away. So you've got that. You've got that like, now I know what my next best move is, right? My best next move. Now I've got that clear. That's what we're going to be focusing on these Q&As. So it's going to be a really, really great way of getting a bit of help with where you're at and getting that clarity around how do I solve this problem that I'm dealing with right now. So you can ask any question you want. Just come on. We will be going live in the LinkedIn Made Easy Facebook group again. So similar to what we've been doing today, where I'm streaming live into the group. All you need to do is be in that LinkedIn Made Easy Facebook group to join us. We have got a get notified link in there currently, so you can click on there to get notified, and I will obviously be sending out an email with details. Graham said, I'm excited, I've reserved my ticket. Awesome. That's fantastic, Graham. So yeah, most of you are already in my Facebook group as you're joining us. So, but just in case anyone's not sure, this is the link for the Facebook group. Just facebook.com/groups/client. And you just turn up there at 6 o'clock GMT, 11 o'clock PT, or 2 o'clock in the afternoon ET. But I will be sending an email about that. Awesome. Cool. Alrighty. Great. So just before we go, let's just check that you guys all know where to go in order to join the priority notification list. Go to clientictor.com/accelerate even your impact income. I'm sorry, I should have made that a little bit simpler. That is a bit of a long one, bit of a long link there, but if you pop that in and then join the priority notification list, that would be incredible. So what I want to do just before we come to a close, Jackie's saying excellent, is just see like on a scale of 0 to 100, how excited are you about this 3-day event? Just on a scale of 0 to 100, And if there is anything in particular that you have a question about, tell me your question. What are you wondering about in terms of the event, dates, times, logistics, etc. And we'll just answer your questions and see if there's anything there. I think I'm on a scale of 0 to 100. I'm probably in the region of about 1,000 right now about the event. so I'll bring the excitement. And yeah, sorry about my camera just going fuzzy. It tends to do that sometimes. I need to find a way. It's brand new as well. It's really annoying. It's brand new, but it just does this fuzzy thing. And usually I can solve the problem and it just sorts itself out. But it's just kind of being a bit temperamental with me. Awesome. Sandra is saying 100. Awesome. I love it. Cleaner is saying 100 as well. Brilliant. Fantastic. Faith is saying more than excited. Anything you offer exceeds my expectations, so I am there. Ah, brilliant. That is so exciting, guys. I'm super thrilled that you guys are going to be there. You will hear a lot more about this event over the coming weeks. So, this is not going to be the last time you hear me talking about it. I will, of course, be talking about it more. And of course, we have the pre-event Q&A session, which is on Thursday. So do come along to that. And we'll really get our heads into the sort of business accelerator mindset, and how does that happen? How do you accelerate your business growth? Because there are key components to make that work. And I want to start just giving you that space to ask questions and get that sense of where you are right now. What are you grappling with that you need help with, so that we can just start to make some inroads on accelerating your growth. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, Amanda's just giving a bit of hearts to Faith there. Awesome. Fantastic. Okay, guys. Well, I am super excited that we're gonna, get to meet again on Thursday for the Q&A. And thank you so much for turning up here live and joining this session. It's been awesome to be able to share my big announcement with you guys. And I can't wait for this 3-day event, 3 full days of tons of learning about how to accelerate your business growth. It's going to be incredible. All right. Lots of love for now, and I will see you guys on Thursday.